you guys, it's Rachel here with Sons of Tempo Cane Corso. So I've got some crazy news. I think some of y'all remember how yesterday I was out here and we noticed that one of the fires had kicked up that had been, what seemingly had been out. But there was, try to get out of this wind. There was so much wind that it had kicked him back up again. And I had, there it is again, there's that wind. It's always super windy here, always super windy here. And that's what actually caused the fire to kick back up. So the one out here in the back had kicked back up, and then Savannah and I were putting it out. Get out, psst, go on, get out of it, now, out. And then the one in the front kicked back up, so I went and I put that one out. And what I didn't know was that in the back, that one had kicked back up. Preacher, get out of it. Now, stay out of it. What makes you think you're going to get all dirty like that? Gross. So this one had kicked back up, and it literally burned. Like, I literally almost burned down. I mean, not that I almost did, but it almost burned down my my neighbor's property. Now, I will say that it didn't actually go into their property. My property actually extends a lot farther. Look at her, she's like, what's going on? My property actually extends farther than this tree line here. I just didn't want to cut down all the trees that separate our properties. But it's crazy. I was out here with a hose last night with Savannah. We were out here. Come on. So right here, you see that yellow tag right there? Right there? That's the property line. So it literally barely almost went into theirs just by like a foot or two. Oof. Oh, so scared, y'all. Savannah and I were out here. I mean, I can't imagine how hot it had to be to cook these cactus. That's the weird part. So you can see how far it went in. But we got it. And honestly, I mean, people do these kinds of burns all the time out here in Texas. It's, I mean, this style of burn, although they, it's called a controlled burn. And so what you do is the idea is to burn off all the stuff that would catch fire in a fire. Come on, you guys. In a wildfire type situation. So you're kind of taking away the fuel from a potential fire. Because here in Texas, it's real hot and dry here, you know? And so that kind of stuff can happen. And, okay, just, no, get down. I know. And, so anyway, but yeah, we had no idea, man. We had no idea. I came out to check this fire because the other two had kicked up, and I figured, oh, well, whatever, you know, I'll check it. And then I saw this and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I am in trouble. I thought for sure it was all over the neighbor's property. I was like, oh my God, they're going to be mad at me. I was like, I'm going to burn down the whole neighborhood. And we were out here trying to take care of it. And we did. We'd used the hose and 2 buckets. This is where it got real dangerous right here. When I came out, this was actually a lit fire. You can see here, it was just all the years of, no, get down. No, all the years of these little cedar, these things collecting on the bottom. It's a lot like pine needles. Shh, quit. They just created like a smoldering kind of fire. Oh, but it's over now, thank God. But I will say I had nightmares about it last night. Hey, come on, get back out of here now. This way. So, yeah, very, very, very dangerous. It was crazy how I was sitting there talking about it, how on the video I was sitting there talking about how I was like, we can't let this go. It's too windy today. It's been too hot. We've got to put it out. We can't just let this burn. And sure enough, man, it had already done it. It's scary. Looks like it did take care of a lot of cactus, though. We'll say that. You can tell that little belladonna knows something was wrong. She's super nervous right now. She keeps jumping on me, whining. She knows that it's not normal. Preacher, what did I tell you about getting out of it right now? Out! Now! Liberty, no! Out! Out! Liberty, get out! I'm not scared that it's hot because I literally left the hose. I let the hose just like soak into this thing. You can see here how it just soaked in. Preacher, get out of it. But what I don't want is dirty charcoal feet all over my house. And the wind last night was ridiculous. I was so frustrated. I was using the hose to try to get to the back of the property, but the wind was coming from the back of the property and it was preventing the hose from going. And I mean, I'm not joking. I have a spout on my hose to where it will blow, like, you know, it'll go really far, and it would go maybe a third of the length it was supposed to because the wind was blowing so hard against it. Literally felt like I was fighting the wind. And so that's why we had to use a bucket. And then I called Alex and he brought me more hose. And so we attached that on. Hey, where do you think you're going? Velocity, where do you think you're going? Get your butt back over here now. And he came and he brought the leash, the hose extension so that I was able to get to the back of the property. What do you think you're doing? You better get over here now. And I'll show you guys the other one. And y'all, it had been days. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. What's a matter, Bobby girl? I know. Just don't you jump on me. Don't. She has a habit of jumping up off me, you know what I mean? Like, she knows not to jump on me anymore, and so she's learned to kind of jump off of me. So she'll, like, kind of put her front feet on me and then jump off, like push off me, which is actually somewhat painful because she's not a small dog. So I gotta watch her. So this one, what did I tell you? Get out. No, preacher, don't you test me, boy. You understand me? Don't. So this one right here, there's a root in there that did not want to go out. And so I spent a good amount of time out here just trying to wet this and soak it down, not knowing what was going on in the back of the house. Tell you what, man. Come on. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys. It was crazy, very scary. Luckily, it got handled. My neighbors haven't said anything. I'm not even sure that they even, I mean, heck, I think if they would have seen it, they would have said something. So anyway, well, I'm going to take them inside. But hope you guys are having a good day. Just wanted to share that with y'all. It was pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. So talk at you later. Bye.